Hello and welcome to another edition of the Sports Block. We are live here at Middle Creek High School for tonight's matchup between the Lady Mustangs and the Leesville Road Pride. This is the Lady Mustangs' first home game this year. Their record, I believe, is 3-1. They picked up a good win against Fuquay, first conference game of the year. So, a key thing to point out tonight is Betsy Dorr, who was the second leading scorer on the team, is out with a concussion tonight. So, in her absence, Sydney Smith took the role of leading scorer. So she'll be a highlight player tonight. Sydney Smith will be taking the jump ball. The starters for the Mustangs tonight is number 3, Justice White, 15, Sydney Smith, 25, Bree McCrimmons, 30, Atiana Miller, and 32, Kimmy Pittman. Mustangs are running a 2-3 zone. Comes up with a steal. Fast break, no foul called. Three off the mark. It's going to go out of bounds on number 3, Justice White. Pride will keep the ball. Still no score in the game. Justice White with a good rebound. He's going to get it to Miller. He's going to control the offense for the Mustangs. Finds Bria McCrimmon for an easy jump shot. And travel is going to be called on the Pride. Looking for a foul underneath, but no whistle. Crimmins comes up with a steal, can't get a layup to go. Justice White's got the ball underneath. Shot no good. And Sydney Smith is going to be called for a foul before the jump ball. It's her first foul of the night. Ball out of bounds, going to stay with the Pride. And another travel on number 25. Miller finds McCrimmon, tries to find Sydney Smith, cutting, but just out of her hands. foul is going to be called on Sydney Smith, her second. Looks like Petty's going to bring in Ashley Shink to replace her. Sydney Smith will take a seat as number 5, Ashley Shink, enters the game. Pittman comes down with the rebound, gets to Miller. Ashley Shink hitting a good three-pointer. We saw her earlier today in the three-point shooting contest at our school's pep rally before the game. She's getting warmed up for that. And Pride answers with an easy jump shot, putting the score at 5-2 in favor of the Lady Mustangs. Coach Petty sees something he doesn't like. She's going to call a quick timeout. It's going to be a 30-second timeout. And it's still early, but what are some good things you're seeing so far from the Mustangs?
Well, I'm seeing the Lady Mustangs on defense playing really tight, and they're not letting the Lady Pride get a lot of good shots off. There was that 1-3 that they made, or a long distance 2, sorry. They got that one shot off, but the forward, number 32, Kimmy Pittman, did have her hand in the shooter's face. So it was a really good shot by her part. But also on the offensive side, I see them passing the ball around a lot, and I just like how they're playing as a team right now. They're not being selfish about it.
Especially on the offensive end, they're moving the ball around very well. Last possession, they could have had an easy layup. Sydney Smith was cutting into the paint, just, couldn't capitalize on it. But, yeah, very unselfish play by all the players on the floor. Miller finds McCrimmon for a good layup, and she's going to get the bucket to go and the foul. The foul was on number 25 for Leesville, her first. Good rebound by Ashley Shink. Mustangs look to push. Tiana Miller, good post move down low, boosting the Mustangs' lead to 8. Foul's going to be called on number 5, Ashley Shink, her first. Rebounded by Ashley Shink, who throws it off. Pride defender. that's a big thing I've seen too is a lot of good rebounds on the offensive side and the defensive side by the Mustangs. Bria McCrimmon is going to get an easy layup to go. Nobody guarding her. And with that timeout on the floor, we're going to take a quick break on the Sports Block. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. And we're back. Just about 2.5 minutes left in the first quarter. Middle Creek holds a 10-point lead, 12-2 over the Leesville Pride. And like we've been talking about so far, good defense put on by the Mustangs. Getting a lot of good opportunities on the offensive side of the ball. The last possession had a good easy layup, uncontested. So they're going to look to capitalize on all scoring opportunities that they can get. Bria McCrimmon with a good assist to Atiana Miller. I think other than Shink's three-pointer, all points for the Mustangs have come down low.
Yeah, it definitely looks like that. I don't think that Leesville is playing a bad defensive game. It just seems like they're just not working together as well as the Middle Creek defenses. And on the offensive side, they are taking their time with their shots. They're just not taking the right shots. They could be able to pass the ball around a little bit more and take some of those more open shots and not have the chance of the defender just sticking their hands in their faces and won't be able to see the basket.
For the Pride, number 23, Kelly Funderburg is going to check into the game. Mustangs still looking to get down low. Loose ball goes to Miller. Finds McCrimmon's at the top, gets it to Shink, looks down low, tries to get it back to White. Pass goes out of bounds, turning the ball over to the Pride. And for the Mustangs, number 11, Holly Height, will check in for number 3, Justice White.
I definitely think I see the problem with that Leesville defense. It seems like they're playing that 2-3 zone, but once somebody up top gets the ball, they're going to play that person on man coverage, which leaves the other teammates not knowing if the person with the ball is going to go down to the post and take the shots or pass it off to an open person.
Holly Height was looking for Pittman underneath. Her shot just off the rim. She'd like to have that one back. The foul is going to be called on Holly Height, I believe.
That was definitely an offensive rebound and a foul that they needed. They need to spark this offense to start getting some more points, and she might start doing that right here.
First shot is good. And after this free throw, Middle Creek's going to look to run to try to get a score before the quarter ends.
So number 34, Lizzie Finley, is going to be coming in for number 14, Rachel Rattleditch.
Middle Creek's got 10 seconds to work with. Pittman find McCrimmon, who gets in for a good floater to go. Half-court shot is not gonna be good at the end of the quarter. Middle Creek is leading 16-4, and we're gonna take a break. You're watching the Sports Walk. We'll be right back. And we're back, just about to start the second quarter of play. Middle Creek still holds a 12-point lead over the Lady Pride.
I definitely like how the Middle Creek offense has come out, and they put up a lot of points. And their defense has definitely been able to hold them to a short amount of points. And I don't think that they're going to be stopping anytime soon. But I feel like Leesville, when they're in that huddle during the middle of the quarters, the coach has definitely talked some sense into them. And I think they're definitely going to come out stronger than they did at the beginning of the game.
Jump ball is going to have possession for the Mustangs as Holly Height got on the floor to cause the jump ball. Good screen by Kimmy Pittman. Pass goes out of bounds. It's going to stay with the Mustangs. And I really like how the Mustangs offense is running right now. They're taking their time and trying to get the best shot possible. They're not rushing anything.
They're definitely finding some exploits in that Leesville defense. It seems like once somebody has the ball, they're sending 4 defenders all the way to that side of the ball. So they have 2 people. They got one person that's uncovered on the opposite side of the court, and they can just pass it to them, and that just rushes their whole defense, and that confuses them.
Pass almost going out of bounds. Justice White getting a hand on it. And Crimmins gets her own rebound. Justice White with a good in pass. She's going to look to drive, taking it in, no good. Sydney Smith tried to save the ball, but steps out of bounds.
It looks like the Leesville's coach just told them on defense to make sure that they can't get on the inside, because they haven't left them on. They haven't put up an inside shot in this whole second quarter.
Yeah, you know, once they get it down low, they're immediately double teaming whoever has the ball. You know, whether it's a forward or a guard, they're double teaming as soon as the ball gets down low.
That's definitely a smart play style, especially since most of their points have come from down low.
Leesville cutting the deficit now, only down by 8. At the start of the quarter, down by 12. Justice White calling for some help. Another miscommunication is a pass going out of bounds. Middle Creek needs to cut the turnovers. Leesville's on a bit of a run right now. They just need to shut that run down and keep scoring, getting the ball down low. You know, the double team can always confuse an offense, but they just need to work through it, work past the double team, and find the open shot. Number 23, Kelly Funderburg with an offensive rebound. Fouls on number 32, Claire Collins for the Pride, her first tonight.
Looks like for the Mustangs, Holly Height and Ashley Schenker are going to be coming in. Looks like there's going to be a foul on Nikki Miller for the Leesville Pride. Justice White is going to take 2 shots.
First shot is off the mark. Justice White coming down with her own rebound. Shank takes the 3. It's good. Her second for tonight. Pushing the Mustang lead to 9. You know, Shank's a very sharp shooter. So, you know, once she gets going, you're going to have to play some tight defense on her because she's a very good shooter.
Looks like the Leesville crowd was not agreeing that there wasn't a travel call right there.
Good dump in down low to number 32, Claire Collins. You know, going back to Ashley Schenk, she's used to this role because last year Betsy Dorr was out with a concussion as well, and she really had to step up and fill in her shoes. And she gets an assist there. Sydney Smith, good post move. Substitution for the Pride, number 21, Emma Taylor. And number 25 check into the game.
Another turnover for the Pride. And number 25, Bree McCrimmon's going to be coming in for number 3, Justice White for the Mustangs.
Tatiana Miller, shot no good. And Shink and Smith were working a little give and go play, trying to get each other open. Good defense holding for the Pride.
Now, one thing I love that you see more in girls basketball than you do in guys basketball is that forward position is a lot more utilitarian. You can have them deep inside, or they can be up top setting screens for the point, for the guards, and they can take their time with the ball. They're good shooters too.
Holly Height with the rebound. Shink goes to Smith. He gets it back out to Miller. Good block by the Pride defense. Ashley Sink coming up with a steal. She's got Miller.
There will be a foul call on Zaria Maynard, sorry. And Holly Height's going to take her 2 shots. First one is no good. And number 15, Libby Johnson's going to be coming in for the Pride for number 20, Zaria Maynard. And Height's second shot is no good. Leesville will rebound the ball and bring it to their side of the court. It's going to be off the Mustangs and can stay in the hands of the Pride. Leesville really not being able to catch a break on offense at this point. But there will be a foul called on the Mustangs. The foul's going to be called on number 32, Kimmy Pittman. First shot is good. Second shot is good as well. It's going to be Mustangs ball. They have number 30, Tanya Miller, who's going to bring it down the court for the Mustangs.
Looks like they're going to hold for the last shot.
It's never a bad idea going into the halftime, but looks like it's going to be a turnover. It's going to be Leesville ball.
Shink wanted a foul on the
Steals the ball back. The shot is no good. 3 seconds left. They're going to try and get the last shot, and they're not able to.
So at the end of the first half, Middle Creek is still leading 21-14. We're going to take a break for halftime. You're watching the Sports Block. We'll be right back. with the late arrival of the Middle Creek Mustangs. If they hadn't come out here within the past couple of seconds, Leesville would have had the ball with no one to defend them. So, luckily they came out. Tiana Miller finds White, who once again looks down low. It's been a big part of the Mustang offense tonight, is getting the ball down low. And Bree McCrimmon has really shown her spot tonight. She has a lot of easy layups go, a couple jump shots, as well as Ashley Shink, who's hit 2 big 3-pointers.
I'd say both those two are the most solid offensive players on the team at this point in the season. And we got number 15, Sydney Smith, coming for number 11, Holly Height.
Leesville Road foul on number 20, Zaira Maynard. Her second. And Middle Creek getting the ball back from almost a costly turnover. And Miller gets in for a good layup. Coach Petty's got to be really pleased with how his girls are playing tonight. The defense has been very good. Limiting the Pride to only 16 points in 2 quarters. But the offensive side is really showing. As we said, Shink and McCrimmons have been the 2 key players tonight, as Betsy Dorr is on the bench with a concussion. So they really have to step up, as well as everyone else on the team. Having to step up and fill the place of your leading scorer.
Not only has this Middle Creek offense been pretty explosive, but their defense has definitely worked itself out, limiting the Leesville Pride to only 16 points in the first half. It's a great steal by McCrimmon. He's going to give it out to Pittman, but she loses the ball. Looks like Sydney Smith got it. Bad pass. And Middle Creek Mustangs have just got full possession of it now. Smith put it up, and it's good. It's a great play by the Mustangs right there.
Number 22, Alyssa Portapello. Justice White finds Pittman down low. Back out to McCrimmons. Three-pointer was off. Kimmy Pittman just couldn't handle the ball. She dribbles it out of bounds off her own foot.
For the Pride, Kelly Thunderberg and Jose Finley are going to be checking in.
Looks like an offensive foul is going to be called on number 25 for the Leesville Road Pride. McCrimmon getting it in the high post, looking to drive, shot no good. And a travel is going to be called.
Back to what I was saying about these forwards being good all-around players, they definitely have to take a beating all night long down on the post, since they're usually the tallest girls. they're sitting there boxing each other out just like right here, and they're knocking each other around, and sometimes it gets a little bit dirty.
Tatiana Miller wide open for a three-pointer. Gets it to go. We're going to get a timeout, Leesville Road. The Mustangs, they've had to come out of the half. My best guess would be that during halftime, Coach Petty talked about, once they get the ball down low, it's an immediate double team by the Pride. They've looked for a lot more jump shots at three-pointers so far, and Tatiana Miller, gets a good three-pointer to go. That's going to jumpstart the offense, and once they start knocking down more shots, it's going to open up the defense, and they can work back down low like they're used to.
One thing about the Pride is that they're just really inconsistent so far in this game. It's the only time they're scoring or playing defense really well is in short little runs, but other than that, they're not really locking down that defense like they need to be, and they're not taking the right shots that they should be on offense.
Justice White looking for McCrimmon down low. Pass deflected. Miller finds height. Shot no good. Rebounded by the Pride. The ball goes out of bounds off number 32. Middle Creek inbound the ball here with just over 3 minutes left in the third quarter. Middle Creek 28 to the Pride 18. Justice White with good defense. Coming up with a loose ball. Great effort by Justice White in getting the block and then getting on the floor, saving the ball from going out of bounds, and opening up a good scoring opportunity for her team. Justice White with a good 12-foot jumper. McCrimmon saves the ball once again. A lot of these passes could have easily gone out of bounds. And a jump ball, possession arrow points to the Pride. And immediately following the girls' game tonight, we're going to have the boys varsity take on the Leesville Road Pride. So stick around and watch the boys in action. And a double dribble is going to be called on the Pride. Not agreeing with the call. Good defense by the Mustangs.
Even though the foul was just called on her, I feel like Bree McCrimmon, number 25 for the Mustangs, she is definitely, in my book, she's won the MVP for the night so far. She's had a spectacular game on offense, and she's just dominating on defense, all these takeaways. What it looks like, Coach Petty for the Mustangs is going to sit her down. They can put in number 21, Ian Ali.
jump ball called, but if you're looking at the reaction of Coach Petty, he definitely went over the back foul. Offensive foul is going to be called on the Mustangs. Pass goes right to Atiana Miller. She's going to look to run, pulls it back. Mustangs get control of the ball once again off another Pride turnover. Miller wanted to take the three, but instead gets called for a double dribble. And Pride, they're going to have to work fast as clock shows 4 seconds in the third quarter. Shot off, not in time. So at the end of the third quarter, Middle Creek leads 32-18. We're going to take a break. You're watching the Sports Block. We'll be right back. Welcome back as we're about to start the fourth quarter. Middle Creek still holding a pretty commanding lead. They're getting really good offensive shots. The defense for the Pride looks really rattled right now. Nothing's really going their way.
I don't think it's just that defense is messing up. I just think that Middle Creek is playing a tremendous offensive game tonight.
The Pride offense also has been really off tonight.
And that's something that we've seen a lot tonight. Miscommunication on passes. Sydney Smith has been the culprit of a few. But, the Mustangs seem to limit those throughout the season.
It's definitely happened on both sides of the floor, though. Leesville, their offensive game is just being destroyed by how many turnovers they have.
And missed shots.
Right there, yeah. They're taking a lot of shots that they probably shouldn't be taking. But then again, so is Middle Creek. They could have a lot more points right now, but they're not really. They are playing a great game, but they're not taking the best shots in the world.
It looks like there's going to be a foul called underneath on number 15, Sydney Smith. I believe that's her third tonight.
you're Coach Petty for the Mustangs, you're definitely going to allow Sydney Smith to have those 3 fouls for the night because she's definitely one of the key members of this Middle Creek defense. Of course, she has to play down the post on offense, and they're scoring a lot of points down there, but on defense, she's getting a ton of rebounds, and she's messing up that Leesville Pride offense. It looks like she's going to be coming out for number 32, Kimmy Pittman.
Second free throw is good.
With 6.5 minutes left in the game, I'd say if Leesville really wants to win this game, they're just going to have to limit the turnovers because that's what's definitely killing them right there.
They're winning with the turnovers, but they just can't execute and score points.
Kickball. Possession stays with the Mustangs. Ashley Shink spots up for 3. Shot no good. I think right now the Mustangs just need to keep control of the ball, not rush shots, because they definitely have the time on their side. They just need to keep working the ball around and not force any unneeded shots. She was open for the wide open 3, but to me that's an unneeded shot to take. Being up by so much. Finally, we're going to get a whistle foul on number 23, Kelly Thunderberg. Ali for 3, no good. Height with a rebound. The Mustangs keep control.
Bad decision on Kimmy Pittman's part. Looks like there's going to be a foul. It's going to be a push on Ashley Shank.
Foul on Leesville, number 32, Claire Collins. A few substitutions for the Mustangs. Number 15, Sydney Smith. 25, Bray McCrimmon. And number 3, Justice White, all check in for Middle Creek.
And they're going to be filling the spots for Kimmy Pittman, Holly Height, and Iana Lee. The Lady Mustangs at this point in the game, they're just trying to run that clock down as much as they can and take shots only when they know they're going to score, because in their minds, they probably feel like they're going to win this game no matter what. But they just need to continue playing that good defense that they're playing, and they won't have a problem attaining a goal.
That was a foul on number 3, Justice White. And Leesville Road is going to take a timeout. So we're going to take a quick break. You're watching the Sports Block. We'll be right back. just under 5 minutes left in the game. Middle Creek leads the Pride of Leesville Road 34-19. Middle Creek's getting in a bit of a foul trouble with 17 fouls. So they need to keep those down for the remainder of the game. They're in the Pride's in a 1-1 situation now. But 3 more plus fouls for Middle Creek will put them in a double bonus situation where they get 2 shots on every foul. So they just need to limit the fouls and keep playing like they've been playing all game. They've been working very hard for open shots. I can't think of a time tonight that they really had a contested shot. There's been opportunities where they haven't gone the Mustangs' way, but most shots tonight have really been uncontested shots.
So the Mustangs ran a little screen to inbound the ball, but the final shot was no good, but the Mustangs were able to recover it. But there is another turnover. It's going to be Leesville ball. This is definitely how Leesville is going to win this game, by keep getting those turnovers, keep forcing those turnovers, forcing the turnovers and drawing fouls on them. Because with the turnovers, they're able to get the ball down to the other side of the court and open up shots for themselves and score some more points. And then, whether they make the shots or not, they can still force some fouls on them. It looks like Middle Creek just ran in and scored another 2 points.
Three-pointer, no good. Ashley Shink looks to run on a fast break. Pulls back out. 3 minutes left. Middle Creek's going to look to take some time off the clock.
Middle Creek forward Sydney Smith is definitely doing a good job setting those picks for the guards. It's creating some wide open shots, but sometimes they're not able to capitalize off that.
Justice White with a good pump fake. Drive for an easy layup.
It's very believable. Another not so great shot taken by the Pride. Sydney Smith puts it in for 2.
Ball out of bounds on Justice White. Substitutions for the Pride, number 15, 20, and 25, all checking into the game.
Number 4, Kimberly Glover is going to be coming in for number 3, Justice White for the Mustangs.
McCrimmon's fouled on the fast break, almost getting an and-one opportunity. She's going to go to the line for 2 shots.
It's definitely a smart idea to take that shot and draw the foul. If I was on this Lady Mustang team, I would definitely trust her to take these 2 foul shots.
As her first free throw is good. Number 23, Jasmine Scott, checking in for number 15, Sydney Smith. And Sydney Smith deserved every minute she played tonight. She played a great game. And McCrimmon hitting both free throws, increasing the Mustang lead to 22.
Leesville have been really off with their shots tonight.
Looks like there's going to be a charge call. Yeah, charge call on Bray McCrimmon. She's going to be coming on the bench, and coming in for her is going to be number 11, Holly Height. Also for the Mustangs, checking in is number 21, Ayan Ali. It's going to be Leesville ball.
Leesville Road takes a timeout. It's going to be a full timeout. So we're going to take a break here on the Sports Block. We'll be right back. And we're back. Just over a minute left in the game. Middle Creek holds a 22-point lead as the Leesville Pride looks to inbound. I just want to take a quick second to thank our sponsor tonight, Redino's. They provided us with some great food before the game. And I thank them very much for being our sponsor tonight. Three-pointer out of bounds. 50 seconds on the dot, showing on the clock. Middle Creek's pretty much got this game under control. Good full court press. Shot blocked. Jasmine Scott comes down with the rebound.